Can add to their lead now. Curry left wide open, right between the eyes, and they love it on the bench.
Out here oohing it on with him. He's already got
Steph from midcourt. Oh, come on! Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my goodness!
Everyone knows Steph can shoot. But what do teammates say makes playing with him so much fun?
Easy, give him the ball, let him work. If he wants a screen, he'll point at you, come set it, get out the way. Simple.
Being on his team, every time he shoots, it feels like it's like a windmill 360 dunk because the whole gym just erupts.
At the national level, LeBron James said playing with Steph Curry was everything and more. Now, that's something to think about now that LeBron is a free agent. But for now, let's discover one of Curry's favorite teammates from the 140 different Warriors teammates he's had throughout his career. And what you'll hear from some of his teammates you can't hear from fans or NBA experts. So let's start off with the teammate that made a rookie mistake that ended with Curry cooking him.
One of my first times, I ripped him, and I'm a rookie. I'm just coming in, so I'm feeling good about it. And it's like in that, like I just felt everybody in the room kind of like, oh, like he don't know, and then Steph do what Steph do and go crazy and all that. And I'm like, okay, that feeling was right. I knew what I felt. Everybody knew what was about to go down.
This is one of the funniest parts about being Steph Curry's teammate. Because even as a newbie, your ignorance won't be forgiven if you poke the bear. And that's just how competitive Steph is. However, what's interesting here is that Moody didn't tell that story with frustration. He told it almost like a rite of passage. Because it really was just one of those moments where you officially become part of the team after going through something even the veterans had to go through at some point. But once you survive that lesson, you begin to understand why playing with Steph is unlike playing with anybody else. In one interview, Moody said, and I quote, "It's different. The flow is different. Knowing where Curry is on the floor, he got some weird different actions that we run that other teams don't." Now Moody is fully part of the team and understands that the Warriors don't run a conventional offense. Why? Because Steph Curry is not your conventional superstar. While most stars dominate the ball, Steph spends just as much time without it and still dominates the game. And it takes a bit of adjusting to understand all that. But once a teammate understands that rhythm, everything suddenly becomes a whole lot more fun. Like in the words of another new teammate, Charles Bassey, who said, "I didn't know what to expect. I remember the first game we got in together. My first play was a screen and roll and a dunk. After the game, he was like, 'Bro, I feel like I've been playing with you forever.' That's how it feels. So it's good, man." Imagine playing for the first time with arguably the most influential basketball player ever, and he tells you that after the game. That's so unusual. Most stars make new teammates feel like they have to prove themselves. Steph somehow manages to make them feel comfortable immediately, though you can still get cooked in training. Still, playing with Steph is a much easier and fun experience than playing with any other superstar in the NBA. And I say that because, according to a former teammate, Steph's three-pointers feel like they're worth more than just 3 points.
Being on his team, every time he shoots, it feels like it's like a windmill 360 dunk because the whole gym just erupts, and that's what they come to see him do. And when we go on runs, his three-pointers feels like 9-point plays because it's that affecting on the whole crowd.
Honestly, Buddy Hield might have come up with the greatest description of a Steph Curry three-pointer that we've ever heard: a 360 dunk. Think about that comparison. Nobody reacts to a routine jump shot the way they react to a windmill dunk. Unless, of course, the guy taking the jumper is Stephen Curry. What Buddy's talking about here, almost every basketball fan has heard or seen it happen. One Steph three becomes two, and then another. Then suddenly the opposing coach is calling timeout while the Warriors fans are losing their minds. That's the Steph Curry experience, and Buddy Hield gets extra points for how accurate his description is. And by extra points, I mean Buddy is officially one of Steph Curry's favorite teammates. And we know this because Steve Kerr said Curry told it to him. During an interview, Buddy revealed how much that meant to him and said, "I'm just here trying to be a sponge and learn from him every day. I know he goes through a lot on and off the basketball court. Just what he's chasing, the ups and downs of the season, so I'm trying to keep that positive light around him." Here, Buddy isn't just talking about learning how to shoot. He's talking about the pressure Steph carries every single season and the expectations that come with being the face of a franchise. And instead of trying to compete with that spotlight, Buddy simply wants to be someone who helps keep Steph positive. Apparently, he did a good job in that aspect before moving to Atlanta. Whether Buddy is happy with that move, we don't really know. But there's one person who was really happy to move into the Bay Area, and that's Kristaps Porziņģis. During an interview, Porziņģis said, "He's unreal. I'm happy. I'm on his side now. I used to be on the other side, and there's not much you can do when this guy gets going." If you've spent years trying to stop Steph and Curry, those words probably make perfect sense. Like, imagine chasing Steph through screens for years, watching impossible shots rain down on your team. Then one day, he becomes everybody else's problem, and now you can have fun being his teammate. Porziņģis wasn't just relieved, he sounded grateful. Because he understood something opponents learn very quickly. No lead ever feels safe when Steph Curry is on the floor. During that interview, he went further, saying, "To know that we have this kind of a guy, this kind of a weapon, we're going to be dangerous at any point in the game, no matter how much we're down." He was huge tonight. Here, Porziņģis isn't talking about one spectacular quarter or one unforgettable game. He's talking about peace of mind. The kind that comes from knowing your team always has a chance because the greatest shooter in basketball history is wearing your jersey. It completely changes the emotional experience of a game. When you're playing against Steph, every Warriors run feels terrifying. But when you're playing with Steph, every deficit feels temporary. And that's a pretty fun way to play basketball. But as incredible as all of that is, Buddy and Porziņģis are mostly describing what they can see. Wait until you hear Kevin Durant describe knowing exactly what Curry wants to do telepathically. But before that, do you know that Curry does miracles too? Indeed, former teammate Trayce Jackson-Davis said, and I quote, "So we just have to continue to play the right way and lean on them because we know they can do some miraculous things on the basketball court. And our job is to make sure that they get those shots. When they pass us the ball, make the right play." By we, he meant Curry and Draymond Green, but it's also interesting how he describes the team's responsibility. All the guys have to do is simply make sure Steph and Draymond get into positions where they can create miracles. And although that sounds a bit too heavy, but honestly, what other word do you use when someone casually turns a 10-point deficit into a tie game in 2 minutes, or makes 40-foot shots feel almost routine? You see, Steph gives his teammates something every player wants: certainty. Not certainty that every shot will go in, but certainty that if everyone does their job, something incredible can happen. That's what makes sharing the court with him so much fun. But beyond the fun and miracles, there's also telepathy, and that comes from sharing the court with basketball's greatest shooter of all time.
Because he give this up, that don't mean he gonna stand. He gonna run around somewhere and try to get open. So I felt like I was the only one on the court that knew what he was thinking. You know what I'm saying? On the offensive side of the ball. So it's like we ain't have to say much, but I kind of knew. You know what I'm saying? That's from all those years playing together and watching film together and figuring shit out. It's like that was cool to feel again.
Kevin Durant's explanation might be the closest we'll ever get to hearing what it feels like inside Steph Curry's brain. After leaving Golden State, KD got to play with Curry again at the Olympics, and he saw it. The moment Curry gave the ball up, he already knew Steph wasn't finished with the play. He knew Steph was about to sprint somewhere, relocate, shake a defender loose, and eventually pop back open. They didn't need to talk. Years of games, practices, and film sessions had built something that looked almost telepathic. And once Steph got hot during the finals at the Olympics, KD knew the basket was gonna be swallowing a lot of balls.
Man, I think he had 17 in that first quarter, 17 of our first 20 points. Guys were looking for him. His energy was high. He was turning around, shooting the ball, turning around. It was just a regular Steph game, and I think he was searching for that type of game the whole Olympics, and to have it right here, especially when we needed it, it was special to see.
That's another hidden benefit of being Steph's teammate. There's no need for panic when Steph gets hot. Just give him the ball and get out of the way. Don't take my word for it, take GP2's words.
When Steph gets on one of those flurries like he did in the third quarter, how much easier is it for you guys? How much does it open up you guys' game?
Easy, give him the ball, let him work. If he wants a screen, he'll point at you, come set it, get out the way. Simple.
You almost have to laugh because Gary somehow turned playing beside one of the greatest players ever into the simplest job description imaginable. No complicated expectations or some 20-second breakdown. Just let Steph do Steph things. And as simple as it sounds, it actually works. But as amazing as Steph is between the lines, almost every teammate eventually reaches the same conclusion. Basketball is only half the story because the fun continues off the court. And no one knows that better than his longest teammates.
But the relationship with them grew stronger. Like Steph called me or texted me every day. Every day I was away. Yo, what's up? Just checking in. Yo, if one day he missed, yo, next day, yo, what's up? Like, where you at? What you doing? Like, every day.
For all the talk about Steph shooting, Draymond Green tells one story that has absolutely nothing to do with basketball. When Draymond was away from the team, Steph checked on him every single day. Because moments like that are why teammates trust Steph long before they start trusting his basketball advice. And speaking of advice,
what I've learned over these last couple years is bounce it off him. He gonna tell me the right thing to do. In whatever it is, he knows the right thing to do in everything. And he'll be like, I think you should do this way, and if you do it this way, and I'll do it, and I'm like, yo, you was right. Like, 100% right. Like, and so
I should have bought in Ladera Heights. He was right.
So I trust him, number one, but like he always know the right thing.
Turns out that basketball is not the only thing you can bounce off Curry. Ideas work too. And what's more, you win regardless of the one you're bouncing with Steph. And once upon a time, the Warriors had someone who could really bounce the ball like Steph. Back then, they were known as the Splash Bros, and at their peak, the Warriors broke the Bulls' wins record. Since then, we all assumed that they must have gotten along with each other from day one, but that's not the case.
We really didn't get to know each other till about our third year in the league. We're both very quiet, and I think this trip with USA Basketball to Spain, we played a lot of golf, we drank some sangria in Barcelona, and I think he'll say the same, but that summer of 2014 kind of glued us together, and we just became good friends after that, and there's a lot of things we do on the court that just seems to be in sync with each other, and we don't even think about it. It's just like second nature.
That was Steph Curry's first Robin in the Bay. Today, there's another Robin in town, and his name is Jimmy Butler. And just like Klay and Curry bonding in Barcelona, this time, Batman and Robin bond over a game of dominoes.
So Steph, he's got a domino game.
He picked it up at my house, and now he's sick like that though. When you teach him something, like everybody else on his roster, like they're like, I want to be the best, I want to be the best. So you taught him, he made a couple mistakes, and then you could see the wheels were turning. He was like, and then it was a wrap for everybody.
Only Steph Curry could turn learning dominoes into a championship mindset. But it's really what Steph is like. He works hard at something until he masters it, and then it's a wrap for everybody. But it's not just on the court. He puts in that level of effort at home too. And we know this because teammate Brandin Podziemski was happy to share this.
It makes sense, the results he gets back from all the stuff he puts into it. Really great person, teammate, father, husband, you name it, he does at its top level. And so just see what he does on a daily basis and the rewards he's reaping from it, everything just kind of makes sense.
At the end of it all, one thing is clear. Steph Curry doesn't just make basketball easier for his teammates, he makes it more fun. And if you're LeBron in the twilight of your career, that's what you're looking for. King James once said, "I was super excited to be able to finally team up with him in a win or die type atmosphere." So maybe we know where he's headed next, or maybe not. But regardless, every single one of the 140 teammates Steph Curry played with have said they love being teammates with him. But if you want to hear what NBA players had to say about Steph Curry's first Olympics, watch NBA players say Steph's Olympics was better than MJ's final shot next.